Alright, so what's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. So, this is a SpongeBob out for Bikini Bottom any percent run. The run is pretty the start of the run is pretty slow, so I'm not gonna lie. So what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna spawn into SpongeBob's house. We're gonna want to grab 50 shiny objects, and shiny objects are just currency that we use in the game that we're gonna want to get through barriers and stuff like that. And then there's also golden spatulas, which are like blue stars if you've ever played Mario Sunshine or moons and Mario Odyssey, stuff like that. So once we get the one golden spatula, we're going to want to go and head over to Bikini Bottom. And this is going to bring us onto a cutscene. Just going to mash A on that. Once we get to that, we're going to want to go ahead and lay down over near this rock. We're going to perform a glitch in the game called hand disable, and hand disable basically just lets us go out of bounds in the game, because we're definitely gonna need to do that in this run. So once you do it the first time, just respawns you the second time, just drags you into the jellyfish fields loading zone. Am I practicing GDQ commentary? Heck yeah. Alright, so basically once we're in Jellyfish Fields, we're gonna want to go ahead and grab the spatula, but first let's just grab some shinies, you know, too much shinies, never enough. So, alright, so we're gonna want to head and jump on that platform, grab the socks. Socks are just, if we trade 10 of them into Patrick, we're gonna go ahead and get more spatulas. So what we did there was we just death abused. So we died, because without the hand enabled, we wouldn't be able to get that. So we disabled the hand, we jumped, we got that spatula, and we got the spatula. This part's pretty basic, nothing too special over here. So if we can try to get hit by the hammer here, try to get a second of time save, no, it didn't happen, okay. So what we're going to want to do here is just jump on the Jellyfish Field rock, and we're going to skip a majority of Jellyfish Fields 1, and we're just going to jump on the jump pad, and it's going to bring us straight to the bridge. Once we're at the bridge, we're just going to make our way over to the gate. Alright, so we got a third golden spatula, actually, my fault. And now we're actually going to go into Patrick's Dilemma, and we're going to perform a skip called Dilemma Skip. So this is a fun skip to do in runs. There's also another one called Pat's Hammer, which some people do. Alright, so what we did there, we just death abused and skipped the cutscene. Now what we're going to want to do is do the Patrick's Dilemma skip, and this we just take a damage boost, and we're going to get over that platform. There we go, got the ledge grab. You know, there's a one frame that you can do 2 jumps. So once we do that, we're going to go ahead and talk to Patrick. He's going to give us a golden spatula. Then we're going to go ahead and warp on top of the pineapple. Now what we're going to want to do is get on top of Squid's house with these invisible barriers, if I can speak. And once we do that, we're going to want to go ahead, jump onto the pineapple, and then there's another golden spatula. Usually, in the beginner route, you would go to Squid's house first, or you would go to Squid's house right after this, but to save time, we're just going to go straight to downtown. Oh, okay, that's nice. Accidentally just re-enabled the hand. Let me just fix that. There we go. Alright, so accidentally just re-enabled the hand, because, that's fun. Probably shouldn't have done that, but it happens. Alright, so now we're going to come up to a skip called, Tiki's Go Boom. So tikis go boom. We just want to destroy all the tikis, and once we do that, once we hit all the buttons, it's actually going to destroy the sink over there. We're going to want to do it twice because we need enough shinies to get into the sea needle. So let's go ahead and do that. We got the combo there. Boom. Oh. Tried to get the short button press. Alright, so once we're done with the button press, we get a golden spatula from this, but it's actually a lot faster to just rewarp the tikis go boom and destroy 2 of the tikis, and then we'll get the spatula again. It saves like a second or half a second. I'm not sure off the top of my head, to be honest. Alright, we got the combo there, and now we're not going to hit the buttons again because we already did that. Gonna grab the spatula. It's gonna bring us at 7 or 6. Linus Dog, thank you for the hosting. Boom. Alright. So now we're gonna go ahead and get the wheels. If we get all 11 wheels and bring them over to Mrs. Puff, we're gonna go ahead and get a shiny object, a golden spatula from her. So, yeah. It's pretty free, honestly. Unless you're doing needleless, which you don't do, you don't get the wheels in needleless, actually, because that's a world record strat, and don't recommend doing it if you don't have anything under, like, 59. I believe there's only, like, 3 people that do needleless. I'm not sure off the top of my head, honestly. Alright, so now we're coming up to the sea needle, and in the sea needle, we're going to want to destroy 3 tiers of tikis. And after those 3 tiers, we're going to go ahead and we're going to change to Sandy. And Sandy allows us to glide, so we're going to head on over to the rooftops after this. So I'll show you guys what's up with that. Alright, so phase 1 of the sea needle is pretty simple. You can get them all with one swing sometimes. First try. Alright, so we actually got that first try. Usually always screws me over when I'm doing my runs. I suck at the sea needle. It's really slow in runs. So the second phase isn't that hard. The third phase is usually the one that just always messes me up. If I can hit it. Awesome. That was easy. Alright. Oh yeah, all money, by the way, that gets donated to me, because I never got a PayPal link or anything, I will be donating to, the link that I get. So, yeah. If I get a link or something. So third phase is actually really slow for me. I don't really know the cycle on how to do it, so bear with me here. Even if it looks terrible. There we go. Okay. So here, we actually collected 2 more wheels in the sea needle. If you saw me go to the other button earlier, you would have seen me grab that one. Now, since we destroyed all the tikis in sea needle, Mr. Krabs is going to give us a spatula. We're going to go ahead and switch to Sandy. And once we switch to Sandy, we're just going to exit the sea needle. Simple as that. Alright. So now that we've exited the sea needle, we're going to want to head over to the rooftops. This part's pretty fun. Alright, so how we were able to grab that Texas glider is actually the devs of the game. Shift's words, not mine, by the way. They put the swinger way too low, so you can just literally grab it. It's it's a pain at times, I'm not gonna lie. I usually miss it in my runs. I'm kind of glad I didn't miss it there, but I'm glad that I got it. So yeah, the devs just didn't realize that they put it too low, so you can just grab it. So we're gonna actually come over here to switch to SpongeBob, and we're gonna go ahead and hit that button. And once we hit this button, we're gonna jump on the trampoline. We're gonna jump in midair, and we're gonna pass the invisible barrier and get the golden spatula. Now we're gonna switch back to Sandy. There we go. Now this part's pretty simple. We're just making our way downtown. Walking fast. Haha, see what I did there? Funny. Alright. So we're just gonna make our way through the rooftops. Let's see if I can get the cycle. Yeah, no, I didn't think I could. I can't really ever get the cycle there. I got the ledge grip. Okay. We're just gonna skip that rooftop right there and just make our way over here since we had enough momentum. And we're gonna do the same with that and just make our way over to the other platform. And this one we're gonna do some manipulation. We're just gonna jump on the tartar robot's head if I can get on top of there. There we go. Just grab that other wheel. I believe that's a 9th wheel. Just jump over here, grab another sock. Remember, we need 10 of them to trade into Patrick. In my run, I do 30. And in this one, we're gonna grab the second to last wheel. The last one is in the lighthouse where we fight all the robots and destroy all the duplicationtrons. Same thing with that Texas slider as before. It's just too low, so you can just grab it from there. Again, heavy iron. The devs of the game just probably were like, ah, no, no kid will be able to do this, because at the time it was a kid's game. You know, made 2003. Yeah. 2 days ago was the anniversary for this game. So it was pretty rad. Alright. So now we're in the lighthouse. We're just going to destroy some of the duplicationtrons that spawn the robots. Jump on top of the door. Grab the sock there. Destroy that. Destroy that. It's faster to hit the robot first, but I couldn't do that for some reason. There we go. I still remember the way to do it. I haven't done a run of this game in a while. Just haven't really been motivated to do it. Now, chucks in this game are pretty annoying. They can either screw you over or they're just there. So, chucks just shoot a missile at you. It can really screw you over when you're in like midair or something like that. It can be a huge pain. Okay, now we're gonna warp back to Mrs. Puff and we're gonna trade those 11 wheels that I was talking about earlier for a golden spatula. There we go. All 11 wheels. On top of the pineapple. Now we're gonna go back and do Squid's house. So basically, Squidward's just like, oh, go jump around. And if we do 10 jumps, he actually gives us a golden spatula. And actually, if we break all the items in the house, we get a sock. But I don't do that sock anymore. I found a faster one. Much faster one than that. Talk to Patrick so we can get the warp to head into Poseidon later. Gonna go ahead and fight SpongeBob. Okay, that's nice. So this part, we'd usually have to bubble bash and hit this, but again, the devs weren't thinking. You can just go ahead and jump over here. And I do not know how to do the cutscene skip, but I know that you can if you go too far. I'm usually too scared to do it because I'll re-enable the hand like I did earlier. Alright, so now we're coming up to a trick called SpongeBob. This is one of the hardest tricks to learn when running this game. And it still is a pain to me today. Alright, so let's see if we actually got it. Not 100% sure. So basically what we do is we set up the light so we can't see it, or so we can barely see the light from the light post. And it looks like we did get it. So first try, nice. Alright, now we got the second sponge guide, which will let us into the pier. And once we're in the pier, we can go ahead and... We're gonna go ahead and head over to the bumper boats, and we're gonna destroy all the robots there. We're gonna also get a golden spatula from that. Okay. Don't know why that happened. That was weird. Activate a checkpoint. Now usually you would have to freeze the water here as Patrick, but we're not going to do that since we have the hand disabled. We're just going to build up momentum, and we're just going to jump to the platform with the golden spatula. Just like that. Now we're gonna get on top of the food and drinks. Just some basic movement here. From the slide, we're gonna make our way over to the over to the tower climb. Now flags is a little tricky, because I have a broken controller and my sticks just don't want to work at times. There we go. I got it. So basically we're just climbing on the flags, and we don't have to, we're basically skipping to pay the clam, because shiny objects are very important in this run. If you don't have enough, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. So we're gonna do slip and slide under the pier. What's up, Jedi Wolf? How's it going? Now we're gonna go ahead and talk to Mr. Krabs. And basically this part we're just gonna throw Tiki at the looks like I didn't get it. There we go. I usually miss that for some odd reason. I can't figure out why. Just always wants to lock onto the robot. So what we did is we death abused there again. So we just jumped into the water, and it made us skip the cutscene. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into Jellyfish Caves now, or Goo Lagoon Caves, Sea Caves. We're gonna grab another golden spatula. Now we're gonna switch over to SpongeBob. Most people don't do this because most people don't switch to SpongeBob because they can usually do it, but there's a jump that you have to do, and I just can't do it as Patrick, so I just changed to SpongeBob. Just easier. It does lose time. I'm not sure how much. There we go. So once we get that sock, we're gonna warp over to Patrick. Then we're gonna trade over 10 socks for a golden spatula. And now we're gonna go ahead and head over into Poseidon. Now Poseidon, it's pretty slow. We're basically just fighting Robo Sandy. This is a good part to just chill out, you know, stuff like that. So Screamy and I'm actually doing a security stream. So, yeah. That's why I'm not reading chat. Sorry, guys. I don't know if I'm allowed to or not. So, I'm just gonna not. So basically, first phase of fighting Sandbot's pretty simple. We're just doing this easy bash or ground pound. And we're going to do that for 3 stocks. Now we're down to the second phase, which we're going to play as Patrick. Now, Patrick's part's pretty slow, I'm not going to lie. This part's pretty fun, I'm not going to lie. We're just going to have the helmet come over to the scoreboard. Gonna throw this into the scoreboard so it takes a stock off. And we're just gonna do that for 2 more stocks. This is a pretty slow fight. But Industrial Park, where we fight Robo Patrick's pretty slow too. Not gonna lie. That's everyone's least favorite boss. So Poseidon's pretty annoying too. There's also 2 other bosses, Flying Dutchman and Prawn, but there's skips for that. Dutchman skip and Prawn skip, which are pretty easy to do. So, those ones are pretty easy. Now we're just gonna go ahead and have her slam here. I'm gonna slam her helmet into the billboard. Gonna pick it up and throw it in there.
Wow, I've never seen such an electrifying match.
Now she's gonna pick it back up and cutscene. And we're back as SpongeBob. Probably should be standing near the ropes, because if I do, it won't hit me. I really don't know how to actually explain it. I'm not sure if it gives you invincibility. No, it's probably just the when she does the clothesline move, it probably just can't hit you because you're too far back. I'm not really sure how to explain this, to be honest. Alright, so 1 stock left on SpongeBob. See how we just did that and she wasn't able to hit us. That was weird. Okay. There we go. So now we've actually acquired a new move called the Bubble Bowl, and the Bubble Bowl is very useful in this run because we're going to be doing something later called Cruise Boosting. Which, Cruise Boosting is a frame perfect boost, which you get the Cruise Bubble after you do Industrial Park, so you get both of those in the same frame, which gives us a boost. Alright, Ray. So Tree Dome is pretty simple. We're just... Okay, that was weird. There we go. Now we're gonna head on over and we're gonna do a skip called SpongeBob Storage, or a trick called SpongeBob Storage, not a skip. It is a skip. It's called Industrial Park Skip. So I'll show you guys how we do this. So basically what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to keep jumping on the SpongeBob, and SpongeBob does a crouch animation, which won't allow him to transform into the SpongeBob. And we're just gonna keep double jumping and spinning until we get on top of the police station. So what we're gonna want to do is get in this little pipe. We're gonna get as far back as we can, and we're gonna just push forward. And it looks like we did get on top of this chum bucket. So, industrial park skip, it can be a little tricky sometimes, I will say. But we did it. We got it. We're good. We're gonna go ahead and get another spatula here. There we go. Now we're gonna go ahead and clear out the chum bucket. It's faster to warp to it. We're gonna clear out the chum bucket. Obviously, we're gonna get a spatula from Mr. Krabs after this, because he's repaying us. Okay, that was bad. Okay. Seriously? It's a little weird. Alright. So now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna grab our spatula. Now we're gonna head on over to SpongeBob's Dream. SpongeBob Dream is a very fun level, if I do say so myself. It's a huge pain. Alright, so now we're coming up on it. Okay, don't know why that just happened. That was weird. This is just basic movement. We're just jumping on the spikes, making our way over to the spatula. Now, this part, usually you'd have to get the ball, and it would roll on here, and you'd stand on top of the ball to get the spatula, but we're not going to do that. Actually, we could just stand far enough, and we're just going to get max jump height, and we're going to grab the spatula. Simple as that. Now we're going to warp back across the dreamscape so we can reset the cycle for the blocks, so we can get to the slide in time to perform a trick called slide skip. Okay, that didn't work. So usually what you'd have to do is you'd have to pay the clam, and it would allow you to jump on the trampolines, but this just allows us to bubble bowl on the slide. We'll build enough momentum, and we can go ahead and just grab the spat. There we go. Second tries the charm. There we go. Get the spatula. Now we're gonna go ahead and jump inside Squid's Dream so we can warp there later, and we'll do Squid's Dream later. In late game when we get the cruise bubble available so we can cruise boost. Now we're gonna do a skip. Actually, yeah, we're gonna do a little trick called Sandy Nut, and Sandy Nut allows us to just, we're gonna jump on a part of the nut over here that's to the right of me, and it's gonna allow us to get the checkpoint, so we don't have to do the entire slide because that's just a huge time loss. And I'll show you what I mean here in a second. We're just going to want to spam A over here in this area. What's up, man? How's it going?
Hey, I've got a donation if you've got a moment.
Yeah, what is it?
Ray2OP donates $15 and says, "Fantastic run so far, my guy. Let's get some hype in the chat."
Heck yeah, Ray. That's awesome. Thank you, Ray, for the $15, man. Let's get that hype, boys. You want this game? Alright, so what you guys just saw is I got the Sandy Nut skip where we get the checkpoint, and once we get the checkpoint, it just allows us to get on top of the nut and grab the spatula. Now we're in Shady Shoals. Shady Shoals is pretty slow, and it's probably my least favorite level. Alright, so once we're in here, we're just gonna kind of do a little bit of walking. There we go. Now we're gonna come up to a pretty easy skip here. We're just gonna go ahead and ledge grab on this platform over here that's to the right of me, up here with these two hammer robots on it. We're just gonna get as far as we can, jump on it, and get the ledge grab. This trick is pretty fun, but it's pretty annoying when you miss it. There is a backup that you can do when you get down there. You just jump on those spikes to the left, and you'll do the same thing again with a ledge grab. Alright. So now we're coming up to melons. Didn't mean to get that. Melons is pretty slow. So basically we're just throwing 3 watermelons at 3 buttons so Mermaid Man can get some sleep. And once we do this, we're gonna get a golden spatula from him. This one right here is a little irritating to do because the platforms move. Now this one over here actually shoots cannonballs at you, so it can be really irritating at times. Now we're gonna get the golden spatula, and we're gonna actually have to pay for the clam because this isn't NG Plus where we could just skip that, but it's not a big deal because paying for it's not that bad. Alright, so we're just gonna want to grab the melon. We're just gonna want to boost ourselves. Boom. And off to Barnacle Boy. Now we're gonna want to hit all the towers of power and just align them all up in order. So this one's pretty easy to do. I always had trouble with this as a kid, so I had no like what I was doing, and then I was like, wait a second. There we go. Once they're in order, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the trigger. And we're gonna go ahead and get a golden spatula. And that red button to the left, we're gonna have to hit 4 to disable the security tunnel. So let's hit 1. Now we're gonna come up to a trick called slide skip for prawn. Alright. Looks like I didn't get it. So basically, we're just getting trapped in the slide, building enough momentum so we can jump over to the trigger for the prawn boss fight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go, got it that time. And now we're actually not going to fight prawn because I do prawn skip, which is I will show you guys later. So basically, okay, that was weird. Basically what we do is we just get to the top of the spawn point and we just jump and we hit the trigger. There's actually 2 more bosses that you could do this on. Robo SpongeBob and Dutchman skip. That was weird. Don't know why I missed that. Getting hit by the chuck. Now we're gonna go ahead and just do security tunnel skip. Just gonna do a little damage boost right there. Well, not really boost, but take the damage, jump on top of that zapper, and if Arf wants to move, or if we can hit the button, no, we actually hit the button. So we're gonna go ahead and grab the spatula. That is the second security tunnel button that we're gonna have to do. The third one is actually in the ballroom room that is actually right now. So once we're in there, we're gonna hit the button, go into the next room. There's another button in there, and that's gonna give us 2 spatulas because we're gonna be there's a spatula for us waiting there to be collected, and then we're gonna get the button for disabling security tunnel. That was annoying. There we go. Now we got the spatulas. And that button right there, that would just drop the platform so you'd be able to get the prawn. But since we already did slide skip, we wouldn't have to get that in this run. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and head on over to rock bottom and do a trick called bathroom boost. Again, this is somewhat similar with what we did at Dilemma. Dilemma skip where we destroyed the Duplication-tron, then we jumped over to the other platform. So let's go ahead and do bathroom boost. So we're going to take some damage from the robot, and we're going to bash up, and it's going to bring us over to that platform. Okay, looks like I didn't get it. Had really bad angling there. Okay, don't know why I'm not getting this. This is weird. There we go. Third time's a charm, huh? Alright, so we're gonna want to go ahead and enter the Trench of Advanced Darkness. This part's pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. Gonna collect the spatula, then we're gonna warp to the trench. What am I doing? There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to Sandy. I do Sleepy Skip a very weird way. Now, Sleepy Skip, usually we do it as SpongeBob. And it's kind of what we did with Bathroom Boost. You would take damage and then you would bash up and get over to that platform with the spatula on it. But I have no idea how to do that. I've seen people do it. I'm just super confused on it. So, just do this. We're gonna grab the spatula and then we're gonna make our way over to Sand Mountain. Alright. Now we're just gonna grab the spatula on top of Shaded Souls. If you guys remember when I did SpongeBob storage, it showed in the cinematic that there is a spatula up here. There we go, got the fast cycle. There we go. Alright, so now that we're in Sand Mountain, we're gonna go ahead and do Guppy Mound, Mrs. Puff Slide. We're just gonna be getting 2 spatulas from this. One for completing the slide, or for beating her time, and then one you get at the end when you're just destroy the Duplication-tron and all the robots. We're gonna accept. We're gonna get those tikis right there. Remember, shiny objects are very important. Don't know why that just happened. Gotta get all the shinies I can. I'm pretty sure, yeah, there is 2 socks in this area on the slide. Gonna hit the button there. Rolling balls is gonna come destroy all those tikis. Just gonna clip through this wall. Keep hitting the tikis. Oh, 3 socks. My fault. There's 3 socks on this slide. There we go. That's gonna bring us to 8. Alright. Just gonna go ahead and get these 2 buttons for the Duplication-tron, or for the spatula. Don't know if that's gonna hit. Doesn't look like it did. Come on. There we go. Alright, so there's the first spatula that we're going to be grabbing. Gonna grab spatula number 1. And we're gonna jump on the teleport box. And we're gonna grab spatula number 2. And now we're gonna just go ahead and get the 2 spatulas. One is on the lodge, and then one is at the ice drop, I believe it's called. I'm not sure off the top of my head. I will show you guys. We're just gonna come under here, grab a sock. That's gonna bring us to 9. Switch to Sandy, just like earlier. Hit that, get some shinies. Boom, hit the button. That's gonna bring down the Texas sliders. As you guys can see, the spatula on top of the lodge. Build up some momentum. There we go. Boom. Got it. First try. And we got the second spatula. Remember, we can only do this because the hand is disabled. And now we're coming up to Industrial Park. This is actually the Robo Patrick fight. And this part's pretty slow, I'm not gonna lie. Another boss fight. But this is the second full boss fight that we're gonna be doing in this run. Just gonna throw bubbles at his back, and once we're done with phase 1, phase 2 is pretty easy. Phase 3 is a little bit annoying. It just, this entire boss fight's pretty slow. Sucks that there's not really a skip for it, because you need to get the cruise bubble to be able to cruise boost. Bubble bowl. There we go. Alright, down to our last stock. He kind of just messes around for a little bit. Alright. Done with that phase. Now, as Sandy, we're just gonna be swinging on these Texas gliders, bring down these platforms, because once we hit him once, the entire area of Industrial Park is gonna be filled with goo. So let's hit him once. And now we're gonna get hit by the goo right here, because that does take 30 seconds in total with all 3 stocks, or 2 stocks. Actually, wait, no, it is 3, because there is one on red. Gonna build up enough momentum to be able to get on top of that string, I believe. I'm not entirely sure what the name of it is, but we're gonna get on top of this. Actually, no, we're not. That would have been embarrassing if I died. Get hit with the goo. And this is the last stock for third phase, or second phase. Now we're just gonna want to get hit once as SpongeBob. Boom. Save time. Now he's actually gonna try to freeze us, so I'm just gonna bash up and not get hit by that. My Robo Patrick manipulations are really weird. So basically, what I'm trying to get him to do is have his back turned towards that platform, which that did not work.
SpongeBob has an opportunity here. SpongeBob, me Bob.
Thank you for the follow, whoever just followed. I appreciate it. Alright, so this part is just overall really boring to watch. So sorry about this. There we go. We're down to the last stock. There we go.
That does it. SpongeBob is back in the fight. Great barrier reef.
Okay, I don't know why that just happened. That's overall pretty cool. So, sorry that you guys have to watch this again, but don't know how I died. There we go.
The ticket. Do-si-do, and around you go. I see a prime bowling moment right here.
Alright, let's not get hit by the goo again. Really stinks that that happened. Sorry you guys have to watch this again.
Oh, and the robot is down.
There we go. Alright, sorry that you guys have to watch that again. So now we're basically just gonna make our way back to rock bottom. Grab some shinies. Alright. Back at rock bottom. Making our way here. Now that we've acquired the cruise bubble, we're gonna go ahead and get something called the cruise boost. Frame perfect. We're getting the bubble ball and the cruise bubble in the same frame. See how it's pushing us forward? And it's giving us double the moving speed. So now we're gonna just want to go ahead and hit this button over here for slip and slide. And basically we're just gonna skip the entire slide. Cruise boosting here is a little tricky. Oof. Come on. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and hit a cruise boost over here. There we go. talk to Bubble Buddy, get the checkpoint. Oh, and same thing with the wheels as earlier. We're just gonna collect these paintings, trade them into Mrs. Puff for a spatula. And now we're gonna go ahead and grab that spatula that we saw earlier in the cutscene. Grab a sock right down here. Don't know what I was doing there, not gonna lie. There we go. Grab that. Go over here, and there's a spatula waiting for us. Look at that beauty. 43 golden spatulas. We're gonna go ahead and warp to Swing Along Spatula. And we're gonna go ahead and grab this sock that's over in this rock over here. This little guy's just chilling here. Dodge the chuck. Get the ledge grab. It'll do. And then here's another beautiful little lady waiting for us. Alright, get inside of the museum. Museum, it's a little annoying. Alright, so I'll explain what we do here in a second. If I can grab the sock. Okay. So, what we're going to be doing is, we're going to be getting on top of this platform in the entranceway. We're going to be making our way to the zapper, jumping on top of it, and just making our way over the stage, the catwalk. Hit the checkpoint there, and if you can see that moving lamp to the left, we're going to be ledge grabbing that, and now the characters can't get knocked back when they're in their ledge grab animation. Okay, so this is kind of weird that I can't do it. Here you go, I'll show you guys in a second. There we go. And we just clip straight through the lasers. Now there's an invisible bear checkpoint to the left of here. Just gonna go ahead and hit that. Hit that tiki. And we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing over here. Stay to the left, because there is a cutscene there that can be really painful to sit through. And another golden spatula. It's gonna bring us 45. And we do need 75 to complete the game. Once we get this painting, we're gonna warp to Across the Trench of Darkness. Right here, we're gonna hit these robots with the cruise missile. And once we're on top of here, we're just gonna wanna acquire a cruise boost. Painfully watch. Come on. Okay. Don't know why I can't get up here. This is weird. I'll do the old way. There we go. That works. There we go. So basically I just jumped through the little hole that's in the area there. Now I'm gonna make my way over to the lasers, and lasers spot is wicked slow for my route. And barely got that. Now we're gonna go ahead and grab the last painting and return to the museum's art. Thank you for the follow. Don't have follower alerts up. Now we're gonna wanna make our way over to Goo Lagoon. We're gonna warp to King of the Castle. And we're gonna be doing some grinding here. We're gonna be hitting the invisible button with the cruise bubble. I don't know if the devs knew this or not. They probably did. They knew most of the tricks that were in this game. We're gonna be hitting that. Gonna be coming over to this box. Getting another cruise boost. Get on top. Grab another sock. Okay. Don't know why I couldn't get up there for some reason. And we're gonna go ahead and grab this spatula right here. Then we're gonna go ahead and grind for 65 shiny objects. Boom. Right here. Now we're currently at 3545. We're gonna need to get to 6500 because we're gonna be trading Mr. Krabs for 2 golden spatulas in the end of the game. This part's pretty nice. Just come in, chill. What's up, Shadow? How's it going, man? 5555. Ha 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 ha. Alright, so one more hit should bring us to 6500. Never bad to have extra shinies, never know. Now we're gonna go ahead and go over to the connected towers. If you guys remember, when we did the sponge glide trick, it brought us, we were at that lamppost, and there's a robot on top of there that we're actually gonna be hitting with the cruise missile. This is just broken. There we go, we're gonna hit him. Then we're gonna go over to my main man, Larry. My main man, Murray. If you guys have ever played Sly 3, it's a reference, the game. Now we're gonna be making our way downtown again. Sorry for the puns. Or for the references, not puns. And we're gonna be hitting this button with the cruise bubble. Can't actually do this mid game because it even says for the warp, it says come back with the cruise missile when you're ready. Okay, that would have been embarrassing. Okay, now we're gonna actually go back to Jellyfish Fields and we're gonna warp to Patrick Stolamo. Gonna want to go ahead and just do a cruise boost here. There we go. Once we get the cruise boost, there we go, and we can just skip the entirety of Jellyfish Caves. We don't have to change to Patrick or anything like that. It's all simple. This part's pretty fun. We're just running in a straight line for a minute. Alright, now that we're in this area, we're gonna get rid of the cruise boost and we're just gonna do a ledge grab. There we go. Got the ledge grab. This part's pretty fun. Get some watermelon there, that high quality watermelon. Alright, get the cruise bubble. We're just gonna hit this button. Normally we'd have to throw a melon at it like we did with the towers as Patrick, but it's just broken and we can use the cruise missile. Alright, Now we're gonna do a spatula called Drain the Lake. I've been actually trying to reroute and get rid of Drain the Lake, because Drain the Lake is pretty slow. Slow. There we go, got a faster one. Gonna go ahead and change the Patrick here. And basically we're just gonna be throwing these hammerheads at those 5 fountains. Hence the name, Drain the Lake. Come on. Don't be a butt. And we're just waiting on one more. There he is. And boom, we're done draining the lake. We're just gonna go ahead and collect the spatula now. Once we collect the spatula, we can just warp back to Mrs. Puff. There we go. And we're gonna go ahead and switch back to SpongeBob. And we're gonna go ahead and get another cruise boost. Alright, so actually I kind of forgot to do prawn skip. We're gonna go back after this and do it. Normally we just go to SpongeBob's dream, but it's not a big deal. We can just go to prawn and do prawn skip and get a spatula there. Got another sock right here that brings us at 18. We're almost at the needed amount, 20, to be able to finish. Well, we'll be done on socks, is what I mean. There we go. 52 spots. Now we're gonna go ahead and fight King Jellyfish, but we're not really gonna fight him, we're just gonna bully him. So here, usually you'd have to wait until you can hit him when he's regenerating his health, but now, since we have the cruise missile, you can just bully him. There we go. Boom. Done. Now we're going to go ahead and return the jelly to Squidward for his burns. Try to get a combo. There we go. 19 socks. And boom. Almost done jellyfish fields. On top of the hill, we're gonna go and give that jelly back to Squidward now. And boom. There we go. Gonna go ahead and do prawn skip now. This trick's pretty fun. So we're gonna get a cruise boost to be able to L-coop through the wall here. There we go. Get a cruise boost. Jump on top of there. And we're gonna L-coop through the wall. If it wants to let me. There we go. We got it. Now we're just gonna mash Y. Till we can basically get up here. There we go. There we go. Alright, I'm in a good spot now. So what I said earlier, we're just gonna jump to the trigger. And boom, we got prawn skip. Just gonna go ahead and grab the spatula. There we go. Cross the dreamscape. Now we're gonna go back to SpongeBob's dream. Bubble bounce. Usually you'd have to do a trick called or not casual. The casual way, you would have to go all around, pay for the clams, do all that jazz. But normally, most runners, they do a trick called oil skip. Oil skip is just, it's a pretty annoying trick. So basically what you'd wait is you'd wait for the oil dude to shoot under your feet, and as soon as he'd shoot, you would do the damage boost and you'd do a bash, and you would have enough momentum to get over to the other island. I tried it a few times, not a big fan of it. Now we're gonna go to Squid's Dream. Squid's Dream should be pretty fun. There we go. Gonna acquire a cruise boost. Not gonna be talking much during this trick. This trick's pretty annoying to do. Just like that. There we go. And we got over to Squid's nose. And we're going to go ahead and collect another spatula. So what you just saw me do is I just skipped the majority of Squid's Dream. There is a faster route. There is a cycle that you do have to make for it. 'Cause if you don't make the cycle, you're just going to be screwed. You're not going to be able to do it. Didn't manage to get the fast taxi there, but it's alright. Acquire cruise boost. We're gonna skip the majority of kelp forest here in a second. Not fast enough. There we go. We got the cruise boost. We're gonna jump over to these vines, and usually you'd have to go all the way around to get over this platform, but since we're cruise boosting, we're just gonna skip the entire thing. There you go. Pretty fun. And there's a spatula waiting for us. So kelp forest is pretty fun to just chill because literally all the spatulas you don't have to do much for. Now here we're gonna do a Mermaid Man's time challenge. You don't need a cruise boost for this, but I find it a lot easier to do it with a cruise boost. So we're gonna go ahead and activate the trigger for the time, and we're gonna go and hit the trigger to end it. There we go, we started it. And we ended it. You win. What did I win, you may ask? Well, good question. I won a golden spatula. Another golden spatula waiting for us right here. Sorry that you get this really awful view. Gonna go ahead and warp through the kelp caves. We're coming up to... Hey kid. Hey kid. Hey kid's it's a pretty epic meme in this community. Gonna go ahead and hit that button that's over to the right to activate a golden spatula cage to open. Alright, let's get this one. Just jump down here. We'll grab that. This one's pretty easy. Like I said, Kelp Forest is just easy. Death Abuse. Spawn again. Mr. Krabs just staring at us. He's just like, yo, dude. Don't eat my berries. Alright, we're down here now. And fun fact, in this cutscene, you can still move around while the gate is still opening. So, that's pretty cool. And last golden spatula that we're going to be getting in Kelp Forest. There is still more, but they're just slow for any percent. Now we're going to be going to Dutchman's Graveyard, and we're going to also be trading in our shiny objects for spatulas to Mr. Krabs. There we go. $66. And that's going to bring us to 20. It's going to be the last hawk that we're going to be getting. And now Dutchman's. Dutchman's is pretty slow. So I just kind of try to make the most of it. It is the last part of the run. Well, the last level that you have to go to. That's slow. There you go. There's my cruise boost. Gonna wait for that chuck to try to hit me. Nope, you missed. Haha, you suck. Gonna get wedged between these two rocks, spin, and we're gonna activate the bubble, cruise bubble, and we're gonna hit that platform that's gonna shut the goo, allowing us to get on the boat and collect another golden spatula. There we go, and I'm stuck there now. Now, usually, without a cruise boost, that platform, the bouncing platform, would just send us back to where we came from. But since we have a cruise boost, it's just gonna send us to whichever direction we're being pushed in. There we go. We're at 68. Coming up to the magical 69. Coming up to Shipwreck Bungee. There we go. We're just gonna go ahead and warp since we have the hand disabled. Allows us to get it. Go away. And I didn't make the cycle, so I will just try to get a cruise boost here. There we go. Skip the entire thing. Okay, I guess I'm not gonna be doing that wrong. Alright, that was weird. Don't know why I pushed me that way. And boom. Get to the top. Make sure we don't get hit. There is a skip for this where you can just cruise boost. I did try to attempt it, but I got hit by the chuck. So, just not gonna go for it. And we're coming up to a trick called Cannons. We are 5 spats away from being done with the run. Cannon's gonna be annoying at times. Hit him. Alright. Probably should have hit this first. Don't know why I didn't. Gonna go this way. We're gonna jump on these platforms. Usually have to do it as Sandy. Can do it as SpongeBob casually. It's just a little tricky. Get on top of here. We're gonna hit the buttons for all 4 cannons. Didn't get it that time. Weird. Didn't get it that time. Alright, so 4 spots away from being done. Alright, so now we're just gonna jump on the trampoline. Make our way over to this golden spatula. Grab that one. 72. And now we're coming up to Dutchman Skip, if you guys remember when I was talking about it earlier. Cutscene here. You can just skip it. Switch over to SpongeBob. Acquire a cruise boost. Come over to the back here. Couldn't go back here if the hand's not disabled. Just make our way over to this top of the platform. Get stuck here. Tap A. Looks like I didn't get it that time. Weird. There we go. Got it that time. Now we're just going to be hitting the trigger. We're going to want to be aiming for that left smokestack all the way to the left. There we go. We got it. Had enough. Alright. Basically, all the hard parts are done. We're just going to be making our way over to Patrick, trading our 20 stocks for 75 spots. There we go. And we're gonna go inside of the chum bucket now. That was a ridiculously slow cruise boost. Cruise boost. Gosh dang it. Alright, now we're gonna come up to a skip called the SpongeBob skip. He's just gonna be hitting us into the trigger when he smacks down. Didn't get it that time.
I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way.
This trick can be really annoying in runs.
In for a rough ride. That does it. SpongeBob is back in the fight.
What the heck?
I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way.
Come on.
That does it. SpongeBob is back in the fight.
There we go. Got the trigger. And now, basically, we're just going to be hitting all the fuses, and that's it for the run. Oh, looks like we got the spatula animation.
The giant robot's brain.
Doing a small skip here where we hit the duplication Tron. Gonna blow up.
Close encounters of the
You could do tartar skip, where basically the tartar sauce robot would spawn, he would hit you, but that is RNG, so... Alright, fuse number 1. Fuse number 2. And fuse number 3. Alright. So that's basically the SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom run, guys. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching, and thank you Ray2OP for the donation. That was really nice of you. So I hope you guys all did enjoy the run. Obviously, so my time was a 1:15, but I had a lot of chokes in this run. Oh, the timer's not even in the red spot. There we go. I got a 1:20.02. My time's like a 1:15.47 or 1:15.47. I'm 1:16.07. My bad. And I did lose over 4 minutes of time, just to me being dumb and it's good. So thank you all so much for watching. Really had fun. Gonna go grab some food now and some water. So I'll see you guys later. See you guys. Thanks for watching.